Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the TechIT podcast. I'm your host, Gregory, with my friend Mike here, and today we are doing a special end of the year slash holiday special, whatever you want to call it, where we showcase, well, a bunch of different ways to just make your home the smartest it can be possible, as well as potential lights in the RGB style that you can add to your own workstation at home, be it a gamer or a workstation or something in between. And with me again is my friend Mike. How you doing today, Mike?
I'm doing pretty good. How's your week going?
I've been pretty good. I just went to that new Spider-Man movie.
I've heard good things about it.
So
Did you enjoy it?
yeah, it's pretty exhausting, but it's pretty good. Like not bad exhausting, but good exhausting, you know.
It's a
And
it's a pretty long movie, right?
yeah, it's almost 3 hours.
Yeah, that can be a trek.
Oh yeah, there's a lot to get through in that. Much like we have to get a lot to get through, but I'll say this also about the movie. It was the first movie I went to since the current circumstances with the virus started, where almost every seat was taken.
Wow.
So I like to see the support from movie theaters as I kind of don't want to live in reality where I'm 30 years old and you have to go to your Amazon branded supermarket to the Amazon branded theater where you watch movies about how great Amazon is.
That's
Like
hilarious.
my one friend just a couple streets down from me predicts will happen. But
I don't know. I'm kind of a fan of the like streaming to your home whole idea. Like you don't have to worry about uh paying for overpriced snacks. You can be like on your couch. Just feels more comfortable to me. But I understand the whole in theater thing. It's kind of like a special occasion kind of thing. So I get that.
you can buy overpriced food at your house
Yeah,
then
that's true.
to watch movies like Red Notice, which personally I thought was kind of boring and formulaic by comparison. So, in short, with movies, go see the new Spider-Man movie, not Red Notice.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. So let's go ahead and jump in. So our holiday special today is based around the home and smart homes and your gaming setup and RGB and Christmas lights. It's kind of a fun episode today. So let's dive into the smart home ideas. You had some you had some good ideas that you were pushing on me earlier. What did you have in mind?
Well, for just so that the viewers know, I've been living without heat for a while now, and given it's below 40 degrees here, it gets kind of hard to go about stuff as you do in the life of a daily techie like myself. So, some ideas in this piece on smarthomebeast.com have suggested such things such as smart plugs and switches and smart thermostats, which we've pondered into as the only smart device I have in my house currently is the smartphones that everyone in my family uses, as well as the smart Google Home device I use to keep my mother and father company when I'm out with the boys
Yeah.
or the girls. You don't know, but
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So I especially love the whole smart scene, and I think there's a lot of stuff up and coming here, especially the smart plugs and switches. Like that's, I think that has a lot of potential because like it just mods any device you have that's plugged in. You can control it from your phone. So I think that's a great idea. The thermostat, I think that also has a lot of potential, especially being able to control that through your phone from if especially if you can do it from anywhere. So like let's say you're out
remotely
at
as well.
work. Yeah, if you're out at work or you're out late at the bar and your house, you don't need to keep your house heated from like when you're out, at the bar or whatever. Like if you don't have any pets or anything, like who you keep warm? So like you can turn off the thermostat or turn it really low, and then when you're on your way home, you can turn it back up and still have a warm home. So I think that's a great way to go. It's great for saving money. It's great for efficiency. It's great for the environment. So there's a lot of potential here.
Yeah, and thusly with such devices like Google Nest devices being able to have that capability, as these are also again Wi-Fi enabled devices, so you will have to have Wi-Fi for most of these devices to work. But since they're smart, they can adapt to your habits, and since they can be remotely controlled, anyone who has mobility issues will be able to change the temperature without having to get up and
Right, even if you're, like, bedridden because you're sick or something, like, or broke a bone or whatever, these devices are definitely helpful. So a couple of the other devices that I see uh, on one of the websites you sent me are smart locks, smart homes, smart cameras, smart speakers, smart pet doors. That's a good one because you don't want
hmm
random animals entering your home, especially if they smell like dog food left out or something.
it's like its own like little pet man trap, so to speak, which me and Mike are familiar with from our security class that we took. But a man trap is essentially a security measure used to when one person comes in, it's only one at a time, and since it's not a whole sprint through a bunch of doors, you have to wait for the one door to close for the other one to open the next one. So, in a
Yeah.
way,
Sometimes there's a security window where you have to show your ID and all that. So
oh yeah, those
good
checkpoints
stuff.
come up as well with the man traps, as well as such things such as security system and garage door
You know what's great?
ideas.
Um, the smart garage door opener. I know a lot of people have those, and one of my buddies, he actually made one of those uh with his he made it. What was it? What's the not a BlackBerry, a Raspberry Pi. He
Mm-hmm.
made his own one of those. When we were in college, he was showing me his setup. But it's a great thing to have, especially if you need to know if your garage. So like sometimes you leave your garage door open, or like you're pulling away, you click the clicker, and you're not sure if it went down all the way. There might have been something in the way or whatever. Or maybe you're in bed and you're like, "Oh crap, did I close the garage door?" You know? You don't wanna get up and check it, you can just go on your phone and close it from there, you know? So a lot of great ideas here.
It comes hand in hand with cameras and the like, which goes codependently with other devices on this list, such as smart refrigerators and ovens, which allow you to have the access to just see into what's going on in that. In the event that you're forgetful, like my mother, and you have a list of things to buy, and you're like, "Is there other things I should be buying for the fridge?" You can literally do one app for some smart Samsung fridges that I know people use. You can look on the Samsung app and look into the camera feed of what's in your current fridge.
Speaking of being forgetful, there's also potential in smart washing machines. It lets you know when your laundry's done, so you don't have to, like I do this all the time. I always throw up the load of laundry and fall asleep, and
Mm.
then forget it's in there. And then I go in there to, like, throw another load in, like, the next day or something, and it smells bad. I left it in there too long, so I have to run it again. So, like, this kinda, like, gives you an alert when on your phone when the load's done, and you don't have to run it again, so it's a big saver. Another one is the smart pet food dispenser. Oh, that's gotta be a time saver. Um
Uh, I imagine so. I mean, I'm someone that's never had pets really in my house, but like some of these measures I can see the dynamics of, but when you can't even remember to feed your dog or your pet or chicken or parrot or whatever.
This I think what happens with this is you put the food in the dispenser and it just automatically dispense it so that at the right times. So you never
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, I gotta leave." Like, let's say you're out, like, with friends at, like, a bar or something, you're like, "Oh, I gotta go home and feed the dog," or whatever. Like, say you went off to work to celebrate something. So you
I
never
forget
have to, like, have to run out when you're having a good time. So it's already preset for you. So
which
potentially
yeah.
a good purchase. Let's move on to smart water heaters, smart air conditioning,
Yeah, those go like
multi-purpose smart appliances for the kitchen and bath. These are all great ideas here.
those are all like codependent with like what can be just help better management of your house as
Smart air cleaner has got my interest peaked. I might have to look into that more.
yeah. I wonder if I have to do that for my house because currently the only thing I have that's in that realm is this one of those Himalayan salt crystal lamps.
Mhm.
which is supposed to purify the air over time if you leave it on. I'm not sure if it works. Like that the light works, but I'm not sure how good the purifying process is with that. As I've researched into it a little bit myself, and there's a lot of conflict in terms of if it works or not. So potentially, if you're an allergen-ridden house with someone that has serious allergies, you may want to look at a smart air purifier and cleaner. Apart from just
Indeed.
putting like Febreze on your like the clip-ons that you put in the plugs, that's sometimes not enough.
I hear you. So yeah, let's go ahead and wrap up this segment with the smart cleaning systems. Um, everyone knows the Roomba or the iRobot for the little vacuums that go around your house cleaning up stuff. That's always a big fan. I'm always a big fan of anything that does that for me. It saves a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
And smart guardian systems and motion detectors. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of potential in the smart home space. And those are just some ideas to kind of get you started if you want to do your own research. But we have for ourselves, we have done some a little bit of research for you guys and pulled out our top products or our top or what we found most interesting. And so here's a couple of them. Um, I think you found this article, right, Greg? The Tom's Guide, best smart home devices.
Yeah, some of these are kind of gimmicky or they mirror each other, so I'll just hit on some that piqued my mind because, like, if you don't have a smart device in your house, currently there's the Amazon Echo devices where this one I'm looking at right now is an Amazon Echo Dot with a clock display on it. So it's kind of seamless with Alexa if you're in an Alexa friendly house or Alexa neutral house, I guess. Where you're just like the use of Alexa and all of its potential and it can bring to a house and to connectivity and management for a house if you're the man, woman
And that's
or
currently
like the
thirty
child
four
of the
ninety
house.
nine on Amazon. So if you guys are looking into getting a smart device like the Amazon Echo Dot, that's definitely a decent price for something like that. Did anything else on this site pique your interest?
Because earlier I talked about smart thermostats, and here's a spotlighted thermostat called the Echo Bee. That's ECOBEE smart thermostat, which is codependent with Bluetooth and works with Alexa, Google Assistant, SmartThings, and IFTTT, which it has built in with its remote sensors, but it does have a spatial issue, so it does take a lot of space. So you may have to take down a photo or two in like your hallway to put this in.
I think it looks kind of cool. That could be like just the display looks very futuristic. So I'm
It
a fan.
does. On top of having like starter kits, if you want like a overall like overview smart home system you can bring your house, I can recommend the Philips Hue White A19 starter kit, which you can get at Walmart. Uh-oh. Uh not sorry, not uh-oh. But
The Echo Bee is a little bit pricey at $200. Um,
yeah, I'm pretty sure the Google one's 110 when I last looked it up, and that was just the Google Home View or Nest Hub, where it just looks like a tablet that you put in your room, like a family room, dining room, what have you.
but either way, if this is something that you can use when you're away from your home, just to turn down the temperature when you're not there and turn it up when you're about to come home, this could potentially save you hundreds of dollars. So I think the initial investment, no matter which one you go with, is gonna is a smart investment.
Speaking of investments, there's also ways to keep security prime at your house. No pun intended with Amazon. This is you can have a Nest Hello device as like a doorbell with camera on it, so you always know if your packages arrive and look out for nefarious evildoers, I guess. As it comes with I guess a starting storage fee of $50 a year for 5 days of video, with a video resolution of 1600 by 1200, which that's on prime with a lot of monitors, I would say. Would you say, Mike?
Yeah, I would say so.
To the video, as well as having going from outside to inside security, you can have the Wemo Wi-Fi smart plug. As Mike here is actually really interested in smart plugs with their intuitive nature, because we've moved on from, what was it, just a decade plus ago when everyone was mystified by the lights that you can turn on and off by clapping.
Right? Or snapping, clapping, whatever noises the device use. So I think this is a push forward. Now this is the Wemo Wi-Fi smart plug. There's other brands available. I think another one that I want to talk about later on is the Amazon smart plug.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think this has a lot of potential because this has
Mm-hmm.
a decent price too. I think it's just for one. It's 17.99. But
Yeah.
the idea here is you get this smart plug, you plug it into your wall, and then you plug any device into it you want. So it kind of makes any device into a smart device. Um, so let's say you're going away and you want to have like a light that you just turn on at night. You can plug this in and activate it from your phone, and people will think you're still at your house. Or
Or
let's
going
say,
away on vacation as well.
yeah, exactly. So um, there's a lot of potential with these. Or let's say you're charging something and you're worried about it, I don't know, causing a fire or something, and because you left it at home, and just anything you left on you can potentially turn off from anywhere. So there's a lot of potential in these, or turn on from anywhere, um or maybe there's a fan that you left on in the other room and you don't want to get up and go turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
Just a lot of simple things, a lot of important things. There's
For
just
the
so much
busy
potential with
household,
these.
it's good.
There's a lot of potential with these. So I think it's definitely a good purchase. So let's go ahead
Honorable,
and move on. I'm sorry, did you have something?
yeah, some honorable mentions I would include the Chamberlain MyQ garage door opener, which as someone that just uses non-smart garage openers, I mean they still work, so I'm not sure what the great need would be for this. As I'm currently in a house with, I guess, a lower a standard edition garage door I found out from my father back when we thought that the metal was getting frozen or something because it's so cold near where I am. But
Now
I
you
would
can
highlight that.
this is an app on your phone, right? So you can open this from anywhere potentially.
Yeah, it's compatible with just the likes of Smart Things, Xfinity Home for the I don't know how many people use Xfinity, but it's compatible with it, as well as Google Home, which I have. So, well, maybe that could be a good next year present.
This is a decent price for a garage door opener, I would say. It's 29.98 over at Lowe's.
And
I'm over on their website right now. It's that's not a bad it's not a bad price. I would definitely look into it, especially if I'm living in an apartment right now, so we don't have a garage door. But like back at my old house, we constantly left the garage door open, and I was like, oh, I have to go close it, or like someone would leave it, and I'd come home to the garage door being open. I'm like, come on, guys, really? So yeah, I think this is potentially a great product. A lot of value there in that price.
yeah, and you can find it on other sites, including Amazon and Walmart. And moving over from smart home devices to how to upgrade your gaming lighting setup, I have a piece on bypocket-lint.com about how you can do just that with controllable RGB lighting systems. And as someone that doesn't really mess around with lights too much, the closest I had was I got a fiber optic light when I was in middle school for selling popcorn or chocolate. I think it was chocolate. Yeah, I was selling chocolate, and One of
Was
the
it one of those
prizes.
ones you, like, plug into the wall, and makes those, like, colors come out of the fiber optics?
Yeah, but it's battery powered. Like I think it was like two AAA batteries.
Those look cool.
So no connection to the travel agency company people, but the just the size AAA batteries. Where yeah, it's in my room as we speak still, but when looking at this guide done by Adrian Willings of PocketLint.com, what sticks out to you, Mike, as someone that's more into upgrading their environment?
So I have never been a big RGB fan, but this does look like an easy to use guide. So if you really just want to pimp your setup and just make it look really cool with a lot of easy to use just lighting strips and all that, I definitely think it's the way to go. And it looks like this is like a little kit, right? It comes with this kit.
Yeah, it's supposed to be codependent with a lot of different technologies. Like it has here's this the Elgato light strips controllable via the Steam Deck, which is a recent thing that's come out into the out of the wilderness for us to use, as well as having objects such as the Philips Hue Light Sync, which can be just as simple as downloading the tool for the computer and connecting it to the Hue bridge and getting the light set up that way. Or I don't know, I guess quote entertainment areas.
These look like the kind of lights that you go in and put in your PC to light up your system. But I think you can potentially use them anywhere in your setup. Like you can put them on the back of your monitor, or you could put them on the
Hmm.
outside of your setup. You could put them under your desk just for some like cool like ambient lighting. Um, so yeah, it definitely has a lot of potential. And did it have a price on there? I didn't see for this little kit.
See, I have a price for the ambient lighting kit from nzxt.com, which has it was $60 and it's currently sold out.
No, that's too bad. But it's a nice setup. So as soon as that comes, if you guys are really looking to have some cool lighting setups, definitely keep an eye on that for when that comes back into stock.
You can look up verdicts for each of these lighting setups as well on pocketlint.com as well. Each one has their own separate little piece on what these people find to be the verdict for them. Me personally, I don't really mess around with lights again, as currently I'm just using a gaming laptop for work and just like to talk to people remotely in the safest way possible, as well as this 2013 mid tower PC just under my desk that is has mostly just has photos on it from back when things were normal.
Yeah.
So,
Back when things were normal.
but compounding off of compounding off of that, we have a RGB lighting guide from Volt Cave regarding like tips and tricks on what to do to like add lights to your gaming setup, much like you would lights to a Christmas tree.
There are definitely some cool products in this list. I think the RAM really caught my eye with the RGB, 16 gigabyte sticks. They just look so cool. Like the color, like just I don't even think they're lit up right now. I think it's just the colors are standing out to me. It's kind of got like a neon colors. Uh,
Hmm.
they just look really cool and look definitely look cool inside a build.
On top of like having RGB cable combs and I don't know, CPU coolers can be colored as well, so that's how you get like the colored fans. If you like seen like those like setups, like where the case fans as well are colored as well.
Yeah,
You
this
can
cabling looks really cool. Like there's like this like rainbow colored cabling for the RGB extension cable. Um, yeah, the cable combs like they look really cool. So those will keep your cables all like separated and look neat.
Precisely.
You got some
As-
GPU accessories.
There's already some parts that are they're supported with each other, such as the Asus brand or Sync software, as it's compatible with a lot of third-party brands, so that allows it to be. I keep saying this word codependent, but it just works with these other third-party brands to add lights to your, as they put it, ecosystem for RGB to build your computer with, as long as you have a Asus or a sync capable motherboard, as well as parts surrounding it. You could add lights to it.
Yeah, so you guys can find that stuff on voltcave.com, RGB-lighting.
Which it's a very in-depth site, which is again just voltcave.com, one word. And it documents even light up mouse pads and desk mats, which I'm not sure how much lights you want in your environment, because at most, currently my laptop glows red and my mouse glows RGB, and it's a Logitech G502 if you're curious, viewers. But what facet of this again interests you the most besides the RAM, Mike?
Um, I'm not a super big RGB fan, but there are definitely some cool add-ons that you can put in here. I especially liked the graphics card accessories. Like I think they were showing Naruto. Like I don't know if it's like a sticker or whatever, but it looks really cool. So yeah, definitely some cool stuff that you guys could check out over there. Well, let's go ahead and move on to our next segment, which is architectural digest and best smart home devices. So I was looking through this article, and they start off with a lot of the cornerstones of smart homes, which is the Echo Dot, the Google Nest
Nest.
Mini, the Sonos One Gen 2, but those are all very common. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of those kinds of devices. One thing that really stood out to me was the Philips Hue White A19 LED smart bulb. Uh, it's really cool. Like a lot of us just think of like all devices we can plug into the wall. This screws right into like a lamp, into your overheads, into your whatever is and wherever you can put a bulb basically. So it says the Philips Hue smart lighting system is one of our favorites for turning an ordinary room into one that can really fit any mood. So um these can be screwed in and then adjusted via your Wi-Fi. It's you can set up with either your Android or your iPhone. They're $30 over at Amazon. These are really cool. So these are definitely something to look into.
I have
Um,
25 for two of them.
25 for two, even better. So yeah, these are really cool. So definitely something to take a look at. You can put on mood lighting. It's all right. Like it's basically a dimmer switch on your phone for any light bulbs that you have on the smart,
Like,
or
It's
any of these
definitely
smart light bulbs that you set up.
it's definitely leaps and bounds over like the filament light bulbs that we've come to know after the great fellow Ohioan over here,
Mhm. These are
Edison revolutionized
the
that.
the LED are supposed to be very, like, efficient. They're supposed to be, like, power saving and
Mm-hmm.
all that. So, yeah, definitely take a look at those. The next thing that stood out was the Lutron Cassette Deluxe Smart Switch Kit. Another smart switch, basically swapping out all your regular light bulbs for smart one makes it a little crazy. They're just saying, like, this is a great alternative for swapping your bulbs out. Just go and throw a switch on there on your switch out your switches for this little kit that I think you just plug it right in where the light switch is instead of one of those things that you flip up and down, and then it's kind of like a push button
Mm-hmm.
to control your dimmer lights. And I think it also works with your smartphone over Wi-Fi. So
Or it's remote that comes with it.
yeah, there's also a little remote. So yeah, Definitely has a lot of little potential. Really cool. Over at Amazon for $155. The next is another thermostat, Google Nest Learning, over at Amazon for $235. A Google Nest Outdoor Cam. I think we mentioned that already.
Yeah. Now, there's a smart washing machine on here,
Yeah, another
which
smart washing machine.
that LG Smart All-in-One front loader washer, and
Another one that really stood out for me was the Grove Wi-Fi water sensor 3-pack. That I thought was really cool. So this is great for, let's say you're going out of town. It has these built-in like switches on your your water. So if something's leaking, it'll detect it and switch it off for you, and it'll like send something to your phone. So if you're going out of town, if you're renting a place and you're not sure whether you can trust people to switch the water off or turn it off all
mhm.
the way or whatever, like just there's so much potential here for this smart device. So like you like if especially if I was like renting like a house to someone or a room or whatever, and I just wanted to keep track of leaks. I think this would be a great device just to keep an eye on stuff like that. Save you potentially save or even at your own house. Save on the water bill,
Mhm.
detecting drips or leaks. It's $50 over on Amazon for 3 days. So definitely a smart investment there. And then we
That's
have
the thing to look
more
for.
smart vacuum cleaners, smart washers,
Like,
smart humidifier. That's kind of cool. So if you live in a place that's kind of dry, definitely look into that.
as well
A
as
smart
just
air
dry
fryer.
environments, if like, yeah, you're a boss at a workplace, and uh, global warming is affecting your work environment, and
Right?
you can just invest in one of these devices to make your associates and your staff just more at ease with everything you have instead of the old standard machines that it was just the other day my washing machine I currently have in my basement, well, not currently, like a half a year ago we had to replace it because it just got jammed and stopped working, and now we switched to a smart washing machine which automatically detects when it gets overflown and immediately sends a warning that says it's over. You overfilled this. It's probably not going to be good. You want to take some stuff out,
Nice.
and that's a good warning to see, as well as giving alerts such as "Oh, I'm leaking," or "Yeah, I'm out of soap," or "I'm done." Like just getting notifications like that, it's good. It's like getting a text from your son.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
I
so
don't have a son, but
let's roll into more future devices here. Um, so another device on architecturaldigest.com is the Amazon Aero Wi-Fi system with smart home hub. Basically, this is just a Wi-Fi booster for maybe you have a big house, maybe your house has all these corners that don't let Wi-Fi pass through very well. This could pen potentially allow you to stream 4K across your house, maybe you're trying to watch a movie or something,
trying to
and
watch
you're
Red Notice.
yeah, and that's yeah. So, yeah, just another Wi-Fi booster out there, um, 279 over on Amazon. Check it out if that's something you're into. I think there's a lot of other ones available. I haven't really looked into, Wi-Fi boosters, for a
I feel
while
like I should personally, or I think
because
more
your house
people
has a lot of
should.
problems.
Well, just within the last 5 days, actually, the Uverse went out here, and I know I sound like a grandpa because I said AT&T Uverse because they don't even use Uverse anymore.
I hear you.
But it's starting. It's time. Like I think it's time next year to
Those of you that
dump.
need to look into Wi-Fi boosters or anything like that, maybe you're just not getting the signal you want. Maybe look into that. Um, sadly, I can't speak from experience on this because most of the places I've lived had clear internet and strong Wi-Fi. Of course, recently I have switched over to using mostly LAN whenever I can, especially for gaming. It's just faster.
Much like myself as well. I would spotlight other deals as well before we head off to spotlight more devices from this architecturaldigest.com site, which includes this Toshiba 50-inch smart TV, which if you're a house that loves streaming services, it's a very niche product for Ultra HD 4K picture. And it's only $350 on Amazon.com, which a lot of these are on Amazon.com, and I should mention that if you want to have a portion of that go to charity, before you check out and everything with Amazon with your details, that hopefully they're not stealing from you, that you can just change the www in the address bar on the top of your browser to smile. SMILE. And you should get a choice of what charity you like to donate to
It's a good tip, man.
with each purchase, which my sister told me about just on the beginning of COVID, so that they can continue to get money and support from people that are able to. So, slight
Fair enough.
sidebar, but
That's okay. We'll go ahead and jump into something a little bit more Christmassy or holiday themed.
uh-huh.
So the next device that I have featured here is something from Amazon. It's Bluetooth controlled string of lights, uh, 65.6 feet,
Mm-hmm.
IP65 waterproof outdoor Christmas string lights with music sync programmable bulbs, lighting mode, USB input, indoor string twinkling lights. So basically, this is just your basic outdoor indoor programmable lights. It's always fun to have like your own uh tunes or whatever set up to these lights, or be able to program them to shine a certain way. I always thought that was kind of a fun thing to do. Um, so I've been doing some research on those, and that kind of like leads us into our next segment. Oh yeah, these are how much are these?
I'm not even seeing the buying
I'm
options.
not seeing the price. Maybe they're sold out right now.
Well, there is one option I'm getting right now, even though there wasn't one earlier. New, they are $32.99, free delivery,
32.99, not bad. So
which
yeah, this
it looks good because I always see those houses that have programmable lights, and I'm like, how do they get that synchronized? And sometimes it's these types of lights, not the ones that the guy from Christmas Vacation, good movie by the way, the guy from Christmas Vacation staples to his gutter and almost causes a blackout in his entire city. Don't do that, people. Don't cause a
these
blackout in your
ones,
city just to hook up some lights.
I'm sure there's plenty of wait, was he like going right into the like transformer or something?
No, it was like Mr. Griswold was like he's over enthusiastic, and that's his whole shtick. And Mr. Griswold, played by Chevy Chase, he always goes above and beyond. Like people say that take it to a 4, he's like, I will take it to a 40,
Yeah.
and he'll just like put a bunch of lights up, and half the movie he's just outside trying to put these lights up and trying to show his in-laws that look, I'm a genius. I love
Always
my
that one
wife,
person that puts up too many lights.
and their neighbors, one of them being Elaine Bennis from Seinfeld, was saying, "What's he doing?" And he shines the light, and I won't spoil it, but I mean, though the movie's like over 30 years old, but
What was that movie again?
Christmas Vacation by National
I don't remember
Lampoon.
if I've seen it. I don't. Maybe it was a while ago. I seen it. And I just forgot. Anyway, let's go and move into our next segment, which is a tips and tricks video. Basically, so the video's over on YouTube. The channel is called Learn Christmas Lighting. So just check it out on YouTube. The how do you sing Christmas lights to music guide is what we're looking at here. And basically this guide just kind of shows you how to sync your Christmas lights up to music. It kind of goes through all the steps. Um this is something that I really thought was cool. I know one person like down the street from us did this. And like you could drive up to the house tune your radio to whatever it said on the sign, and it would play like Christmas music, and the lights would like flash
Hmm.
like according to the music. I always thought that was so cool. So this kind of shows you how to do it. Um, so yeah, definitely, if that's something you're interested, go in and have a look.
And to see that in action, I remember this. There was a slightly viral clip that happened a bit ago called "Wizards in Winter." It was a video done by Trans-Siberian Orchestra, but if you don't know, Trans-Siberian Orchestra is just a magnificent band that does holiday songs. But they have a video where it's synced to their song "Wizards in Winter," where one house synchronizes its lights to the music. And it's an old video. It's from 12 years ago, which might be older than some of your kids, but it's on
Yeah,
YouTube still under the
yeah, definitely check
Trans-Siberian
that out.
Orchestra.
It's definitely really cool. So I would definitely recommend looking that up if you guys get a chance. But I think that's all the time we have for this week. Greg, do you have anything else to add? Any last comments?
Yeah, just stay safe out there during the holidays, as with the onslaught of another COVID variant being out in the wild, much like a bad case of coyotes outside your house in the Midwest. Just remember to just stay safe, and if possible, just send your love and care to those still struggling right now with finding
Indeed,
people.
indeed, and stay vigilant out there, guys, and happy holidays.
Stay vigilant, everyone, and happy holidays. We'll see you next year.